We haven't done a Guess the NFL team on the channel in a minute, but these videos are always so fun to do. I get to flex how little I've got going on as I recognize every NFL team by college. So this was linked to me on Twitter. I went ahead and I asked, hey, does anybody have a way where I can guess the team by college or guess the team by X? And this was sent to me, and I think this could be a pretty fun video. So that's what we're doing. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more, as we're actually starting with a defense here. Now, this is an interesting one because I think you've got to try and look for the one that gives it away. That's a good starting point. We see a Middle Tennessee State free safety. In my head, free safety is just on the left side and strong safety is on the right side, but obviously it's, you know, formation dependent. We don't get to see the offense, but a Middle Tennessee free safety and a Penn State strong safety. We have corners at Miami and Utah. D-line, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt off the edge, interior D-line, Florida, Clemson, and the linebackers, Wisconsin, Virginia Tech, and Oregon. So I think I've got to know who this is. Middle Tennessee State, you're thinking at safety, two players, really. Reed Blankenship, and this is not the Eagles. And you're thinking, well, it'd be the Chicago Bears. That's where Kevin Byard is now. This is Jaquan Brisker, Tyreek Stevenson at corner. You know, this is absolutely the Bears. Tremaine Edmonds. We have just like the most obvious Chicago Bears of all time. I don't like how that shifted over. I framed it up, and now it's going to ruin my framing. So apparently we have a new puzzle every day. There have been 340. Let's go back in time and see how many we can get. So that was 340. This is 339. It's another, I mean, I guess this is an offense, but I don't like our perspective. We don't get to see the quarterback. We do get the O-line, though. It's a Penn State running back. Immediately, okay, so again, we're looking for the one that gives it away. This has got to be the Eagles. So we don't actually get to see left tackle, but the left tackle actually didn't go to a college. He's from Australia. South Dakota State, Dallas Goedert. O-line, of course, you got Landon Dickerson, got Cam Jurgens now, and they're not showing us the Oklahoma logo / Alabama at quarterback with Jalen Hurts. This is the Philadelphia Eagles, and that should be another 1-in-1. We'll move back to 338. This video is sponsored by Underdog. Underdog is the best place to play daily fantasy sports. As you can see, I hooked it up. When you use code BENGAL, sign up at Underdog, you can get a free bonus pick for Malik Neighbors week 1, the 7th of September. All you need is one receiving yard for Malik Neighbors to go over. It's quite literally a free pick. It will be free. Go ahead, take full advantage of that. If you play 5, you can get $50 in bonus funds. Sign up using code BENGAL. That link's going to be down in the description. Again, just deposit and play with $5. They will give you $50. You're eligible to play Pick'em in any of these states. New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, all eligible. Florida, California, Oregon, Texas. You can play Pick'em, but so many states can also play draft. It's fantasy football season, it's draft season. You can play draft in any of these states on the map, with the exception of New York, Connecticut, Maine, Delaware. You can see on the map, but this is the best place to play daily fantasy sports. I'm not sure I'm going to be taking any preseason picks, but let me know down in the comment section below, who should we be picking this year? Who are some of the best players to take? Who are some of the guys that are being undervalued the most? Let me know down in the comment section below. Use code BENGAL on Underdog. Again, when you play 50 or play 5, you get $50 in bonus funds, but please remember to play responsibly. So many different ways to get help. Call the Hope line if you're in New York, or call 1-800-GAMBLER. So many different places to play. Thank you so much to Underdog for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to this video. What is this? Years of experience? Okay, well, this is bizarre. Okay, well, I was not ready for this. So my first instinct was it has to be the Steelers. This one I genuinely don't know off the rip, but I think it would have to be, right? Because you have a quarterback with 20 years of experience. Aaron Rodgers was a rookie in 2005. I'm guessing this would be Caleb Johnson, who has 0 years of experience. He's a rookie. On the O-line, there are some younger players on here, like Broderick Jones, I'm guessing would be the 2. Troy Fa'atanu would be in there at right tackle, right, which would be 1. I think this would have to be the Steelers. DK Metcalf, I think, has been in the league for about 6 years. Pat Freiermuth for 8, though. That doesn't feel right, but I would still go Pittsburgh Steelers here. I would think it would have to be. And that is the answer. All right, college drafted from. We have a Memphis running back. I feel like even if you're hiding the quarterback, which is almost certainly going to be Miami here, it's still going to be probably too easy with everything else, because how many Memphis running backs are there? You got Tony Pollard. Is Darrell Henderson still in the league? I don't think he is. You don't have a lot of options. Kansas State is going to be Tyler Lockett, who's with the Titans now. This just clearly must be the Tennessee Titans. Now, I don't know how accurate each starter is going to be, because I think you'd think Steelers starting tight end is Pat Freiermuth, and it didn't appear to be. So, don't fully know about that, but this is J.C. Latham at right tackle. This is absolutely the Tennessee Titans. As we move on to 336. Draft pick is an interesting one. Okay, so we are looking at a 3-4 defense here. We don't know the defensive tackle. Okay, this is actually hard. We've got 1 first-round pick on an entire or actually 2. Ooh. So a safety that went in the top 20, that is tough. And an outside linebacker that went with the 5th pick. So my first thought that this could actually be Khalil Mack. I believe he was the 5th pick, but he actually could have been number 4. And he would be a vet. I don't even know where to begin on this one. The fact that it's hiding the nose tackle is a little bit frustrating. I really honestly don't even know where to start here. I guess a safety who goes top 20 is somewhat rare. And I'm trying to think of first-round safeties. Like Kyle Hamilton recently. Oh, it's a strong safety, though. Which I guess could fit. Let me go. I mean, it can't be the Ravens. It can't be the Ravens. So who are some first-round safeties in the league? You don't really see a lot of them. I mean, if I just guess a team, is it going to reveal anything? I really have no idea. Why would it hide the nose tackle? Did he go undrafted? And then the defensive ends are not even picked inside the top 100. This corner's at number 140. This is so difficult. What defense has only 2 first-round picks? Insanely tough to figure out. I really don't know. I'm going to say, I mean, it can't be the Steelers. I'm trying to think, okay, could this be Minka? But it can't be the Steelers. I really don't have any idea. I'm going to go, let's pick a team that has a first-round safety. I mean, it's easy to try to think of some of the best safeties in the league, but it might not be. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, the 3-4 defense is throwing me off. The outside linebackers were not taken especially highly, except for this one, I guess. But the DNs were really low. The linebackers are low. I don't know how I could get any hint. And the pressure is just, I might actually just have to think about this, actually. I might have to take a real second here. I would say, to me, all roads lead to the Chargers. I think Derwin James was somewhere around 17, and that I still think that could be Khalil Mack. I'm going to go with the Chargers here. And it is the LA Chargers. That's a tough one. I guess I did get it in 1, but that is a tough one. I mean, their D-line is just so not star-studded. I did recognize Khalil Mack pretty quickly, and strong safety in the left side continues to throw me off slightly. But yeah, Derwin James does make quite a bit of sense there. As we move on to 335. Again, how tough is this? Because we know, okay, UNC running back. How many different players can that be? Well, UNC's actually produced a fair amount of running backs recently, but Gio Bernard is no longer a starting running back. You've got Javonte Williams. You've got Amarion Hampton now. Michael Carter's not a starting running back. And then once we decide that, okay, this is Jake Ferguson, this is CeeDee Lamb, this is Jalen Tolbert, this is George Pickens, they're hiding up the quarterback, which is, of course, Mississippi State's Dak Prescott. This is, without question, the Dallas Cowboys. 335 has been dominated. On to 334, it's draft pick again. So I guess I'm assuming an undrafted running back. This is obviously another offense. So it was the 12th pick at quarterback, which is weird. Most often you see quarterbacks go solidly inside the top 10 or outside of the first round or way down on the board in the first round if they end up being good. But the 12th overall pick at quarterback is an interesting one. I think this is the Jets. Justin Fields is my first thought here, but it really can't be the Jets because we would see Garrett Wilson, who was picked not at number 40. So it's not going to be the Jets, although I think Fields did go somewhere around 12. They have a tackle. Is this their right tackle? Was a top 10 pick at number 9. And their other tackle was at number 20. So they have spent 2 first-round picks on tackles and a first-round pick on a tight end. Let's think of some of the first-round tight ends in the league right now. Well, it wouldn't be Kyle Pitts. Could it be TJ Hawkinson? Was JJ McCarthy the 12th pick? Bo Nix might have been, and I think Evan Ingram was actually the 23rd pick. Who would the tackles be? Garrett Bowles, and was Mike McGlinchey the 9th pick? I guess that's a possibility. I'm going to send the Denver Broncos here. And it is the Denver Broncos. All right. I think it'd be a little bit more fun if we got like the actual players to pop up after getting it, but the draft pick ones are obviously the most challenging. As we move on to 333, college drafted from, starting with an Ohio State running back, but we have a Toledo wide receiver. How many Toledo wide receivers are there? At first glance, I would say not many. And I do know the team already. I've got to, because it's got to be Deontay Johnson. Toledo doesn't produce a ton of NFL talent. Kareem Hunt is really the most notable recent one on offense. Not Quinshon Judkins, that's the running back, but Quinyon Mitchell is the other most recently drafted Toledo Rocket. This has got to be Cedric Tillman. On the O-line, we know Jack Conklin went to Michigan State at right tackle. We know the left tackle went to Ohio State. DeJuan Jones. This is, without question, the Cleveland Browns. Jerry Jeudy in there as well. And that is the correct answer. So I may have made a slight cut in there so I could think about the Chargers for a minute. But, I have not missed one yet. No wrong guesses, as we have college drafted from on defense. Hook'em Horns on the D-line. Love to see that. FAU. Again, how many FAU defensive ends can you name? I think I knew it instantly from the Wyoming linebacker. There are a couple in the NFL, actually. Chad Muma with the Jags, but he's not anybody's starting Mike linebacker. This, without question, is the Cincinnati Bengals. This, I guess, could be Joseph Osai, but the FAU defensive end is Trey Hendrickson. We have Cam Taylor-Britt, Dax Hill. It's the Bengals. Geno Stone at free safety. This is the Bengals. And another one correct, that's 332. We move on to 331, years of experience. So we have a rookie tight end that's projected to be a starter. Indianapolis is an idea, but is this going to be Daniel Jones? 6 does make sense for a 2019 rookie like Daniel Jones was. Jonathan Taylor, I think, has been in the league for about 5 years. Could this be the Bears? No. Who's another rookie tight end that could be a starter? Could this be Seattle? Darnold was a 2017 rookie. Let's think about the receivers. How about Josh Downs, Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman? The O-line makes sense. Tanner Bordolini at center. Yeah, I would say this is the Colts. Just rebuilt them, so that's going to be helpful towards getting that one. And that's number 331 done. About 330, college drafted from Pitt running back. Well, LaShawn McCoy's not playing anymore. I mean, Colorado State receiver, I think Michael Gallup instantly. Oh, it's a tight end. Oh, okay. I know who it is. I know who it is. It took me a second here because Pitt running back did not jump out to me. I honestly thought of Israel Abanikanda prior to the actual running back. That's James Conner. Got Michael Wilson, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison Jr. This is, without question, the Arizona Cardinals, and we would see Oklahoma at quarterback, but it was a Texas A&M transfer. Kyler Murray, that's 330 done. What about 329? Age, 27-year-old quarterback. I'm instantly thinking, okay, could this be... It's honestly a little bit young for Josh Allen at this point. I think he's like 28 or 29. Mahomes is 29, right? So 27, I'm thinking more like Justin Herbert. But I don't know if that fits, because Ladd McConkey I don't think would be 26 yet. Although I would buy Marion Hampton being 23 if they're going to list him as a starting running back. Pretty young O-line, to be honest. Starting left guard is only 21 years old. It's got to be a rookie. 32-year-old tight end. This one is tough to me. This might be the first kind of like moment where we stall a little bit here. Well, I guess the Chargers one took me a minute as well. Age is tough because you don't really have a lot to go off of. I guess you really just need to think about, okay, who could possibly be a 27-year-old starting quarterback? Jalen Hurts, but the running back doesn't fit. And he might not be 27, but he's like in that range, right? It's not going to be the Commanders, not going to be the Giants. It's not going to be the Cowboys. So we can eliminate the NFC East. The AFC East, could it be Justin Fields? Is Breece Hall 23? I guess he could be. Is Garrett Wilson 26? Feels a little bit old for him, but I could see 26. The O-line would make sense to me, to be honest, for the most part. Fashanu 23 makes sense, but Armand Membu would not be 26. So I'm going to say it's probably not the Jets. Probably not. Maybe it could be, but I don't think so. But man, it could be the Jets. Because this could be like Tyler Conklin or something. I could see him being 32. But Membu is not 26 years old. So that's what is making me throw out the Jets. Unless it would be counting him. But okay, we'll move on for a moment. It is not the Bills. We'd see Keon Coleman in here. And James Cook is older than 23. So it can't be the Bills. Jets is in the back of my mind, obviously. Could it be the Dolphins? Could this be Darren Waller? Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle? That's somewhat promising. But was Darren Waller on the team when this was made? Probably not. Who would the Dolphins' actual starting tight end be? Like, would it be including Jonnu Smith? He's not on the team now. That would be the Steelers tight end that they list as a starter over Freiermuth, by the way, which took me a second to say. But I don't know if I love the Dolphins here. But I guess it's an option. But I don't know how I would narrow it down. I don't feel good enough about it. Because I could see the Jets. I could see the Dolphins as well. Dolphins maybe. I'm gonna rip the Dolphins. If we get it wrong, we get it wrong. It is the Miami Dolphins. We can't be here all day. Just got to rip one eventually. Yeah, I mean, it made the most sense in the end. So we'll take that. 328. Texas nose tackle, horns up. UAB corner. Who the hell is a UAB Blazer that starts at corner in the NFL? That's a weird one. Texas nose tackles. Poona Ford. Maybe Alfred Collins. Could be getting some love there already. I guess maybe they could list Byron Murphy there. Tavondre Sweat. But it's not the Titans, because we would see Mississippi State. Let's think about some others. Colorado corner. Obviously, you think of Travis Hunter. But I don't think... No, this is absolutely not the Jags. Who's another Colorado starting corner? Honestly, I don't know right off the rip. UAB corner should give it away, but nothing's really jumping out to me. What else could be a giveaway here? I mean, a Miami free safety, Wake, and Florida State defensive ends. The outside linebackers went to Tennessee and FSU. So, I mean, Florida State edge rushers. You think Brian Burns probably the most right now, but this is not the Giants. Who is a UAB corner, man? This is such a weird team, I feel like. I genuinely have no idea who this is. Like, nothing is standing out to me. Like, even LSU linebacker and Colorado inside linebacker. Colorado has not really produced a ton of NFL talent lately. Yet here they are. With 2 starters on defense. And I'm totally blanking on both of them. It cannot be the Jaguars. Who is another Colorado, like, corner? I really have no idea. Okay, this is giving me some problems. And you'd think I would know it because of Texas. But, I mean, I named some interior defensive linemen that Texas has produced recently. We know it's not the Titans. I mean, we know it's not Seattle. So, what does that leave? Where's Poona Ford right now? It's a good question. I wanted to say he was with the Chargers most recently, or Seattle, but it's none of them. What is this? I'm sure it's such an obvious one. I haven't keyed in on the player that's going to give it away. I really don't know. Could it ever be the 49ers? No, because we would have Nick Bosa somewhere. So it can't really be Alfred Collins either. What Texas defensive lineman am I missing here? I'm thinking it can't be the Falcons either. I mean, that's not Vernon Broughton. This is not the Saints. What is this? Oh, I'm genuinely lost. Who's in Arkansas? Safety. Cam Curl went to Arkansas, maybe? That kind of feels right. I have no idea what this is. I'm going to think about it for a little bit, but this might be a miss. Could it be the Rams? Could it be the Rams? Did Poona Ford sign with the Rams? Maybe that's where he is now. Jared Verse, Kobe Turner. Yeah, this is the Rams. That gave me some trouble, man, but this is the Rams. I guess their defense is just not, like, star-studded right now to where I can name all these players instantly. Like, let me pull up the depth chart here. This is kind of a weird new-look team a little bit. Cam Curl is a Ram now, that's right. Cam Kinchin's in the back end. With free agency, you just forget where some of these guys go, but look at this team. I mean, Nate Landman and Omar Spates as starting inside linebackers. That's already weird. And then the corners, Darius Williams, Akella Witherspoon, Quentin Lake in the nickel. These were not the names I was thinking of. I was thinking Kobe Durant, but I didn't see South Carolina State. So that was a really tough one, for me at least. I'm sure other people would have gotten it a lot quicker. Jersey number, my first thought was the Giants instantly. Russell Wilson wears 3, Tyrone Tracy wears 29, Malik Neighbors wears 1, got it unretired from Ray Flaherty. I think Theo Johnson's 84, Andrew Thomas is 78 for sure. Evan Neal is starting at right guard now. He's, well, maybe not starting, but he's 73. I think John Runyon Jr. is 76. Pretty sure John Michael Schmitz wears 61. Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson. If it's not the Giants, I've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, fooled, but it is the Giants. All right, I needed a softball after that last one. Give me, back to college drafted from. How many Liberty receivers are there? This is an interesting one, though. But I felt like I knew it right away from the Liberty receiver. I feel like that had to be the giveaway, right? And then you see Tennessee Chattanooga left guard, a player that most expected to last at least into day 2, if not early day 3. Patriots took him in round 1. UNC quarterback, we can't see it, but it's gonna be. This is the New England Patriots. We remain perfect. Not without pausing to think every now and again, but we remain perfect. College drafted from, again. Oregon running back. North Dakota State guard. This is also another super easy one. I wish there was a way to go like hard mode where I could say, hey, don't show me wide receiver 1 and running back. Let me try to guess, and maybe I could reveal more if I'm struggling. Like, give me one position and see where we can go. That would be a really fun way to do this, because seeing Oregon and knowing that's Bucky Irving right away, pretty much, and seeing Mike Evans and Emeka Ibuka, Chris Godwin, Cody Mock, like, you'd think it'd be the big schools that would give it away because, those are typically where the best players come from. Not always, but a lot of the time. But it's, okay, how many North Dakota State guards can I name? Cody Mock and, like, Cordell Volson, right? Or Dylan Radens. I think Volson was. I might be wrong about him, actually. But, I mean, this is the Bucks all day long. It's never not the Bucks. Another Oklahoma quarterback seems to be the trend, as we just did 326 and 325. This is game number 324, years of experience. Nose tackle with 1. Years of experience is a tough one. Like, these are the ones where I feel like I could very, 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 very easily not get it. It almost feels like a crapshoot. Years of experience and age, these ones are really hard. So they were rookies last year. They're starting no rookies, so you can't really key in on a team that drafted somebody in the first round, probably. This gets a little bit tougher. I do find it interesting that 3/4 of their secondary appear to all be in the same draft class, with contracts coming up pretty soon. But I'm not sure that necessarily gives it away for me. But a team with, like, younger-ish corners, but that's not weird. It's the NFL. At corner, like, they're going to be fairly young. You don't see a ton of 30-year-old corners starting. Like, there are some, obviously, but you don't see a lot of teams with just, like, 30-year-old DBs all over the place. Just uncommon. More so at safety than corner. Linebacker, though, we have a vet at outside linebacker. So this is a pass rusher, 11-year vet. I mean, it's hard. We got the Steelers one so quickly because a 20-year vet at quarterback. I don't know how you're supposed to get this one quickly. I really have no idea. Like, I'm thinking of nose tackles that were starters and rookies last year. I think of the Titans. I think of Tavondre Sweat. But is this the Titans? Has Jeffrey Simmons been a pro for 9 years? I don't think so. But, I mean, it would be kind of close, to be honest. But is this Tennessee? I don't know. I'm going to throw out a guess because I just want to see what being wrong looks like. Nothing. You just don't know. So it's not the Titans. Yeah, I honestly really just don't know how I could get this. I'm going to rip another Chargers, but it's not the Chargers. Like, who are young nose tackles in the NFL is kind of what I'm trying to go off of. Or, find out where veterans play. But this is really tough overall. I really don't know what I can do other than just throw out guesses. Seattle doesn't make sense to me with the age of the edge rushers, but okay, it is the Seahawks. How could it be, though? Because when I think of their pass rushers, this is Byron Murphy, I guess, but I think of Boye Mafe most recently. I would call him a starter when he's healthy. And Derek Hall. But none of them are in there. But they bring in DeMarcus Lawrence. That's right. Wow. And Uchenna Nwosu's a starter. Hall and Mafe, I guess, are the backups now, even though they're going to rotate in. That was a tough one. I don't like the guess the age. That one's really tough for me. I like, hey, college drafted from, I can get it actually instantly. Although, didn't we just do this one? This is the Cardinals. All right, maybe jersey number. Who wears number 18 at quarterback? I mean, this has got to be the Bears, right? Surely. I think Burden is wearing 87, but Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, and we have Komet and Burden. Yeah, I think all that makes sense to me. I think I'd rip a Bears here. And it is the Bears, 322. We'll do a couple more here. 321. Hiding the quarterback. Got a Boston College receiver. Clemson, Minnesota. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. I mean, what's the giveaway here? How many Boston College receivers are in the NFL? Really not many. Boston College doesn't produce a ton of NFL talent. They really don't. Like a few players, obviously, and some great ones. Matt Ryan, Luke Kuechly, obviously. Zay Flowers. We got Rashad Bateman. Got Derrick Henry. Daniel Fa'alele. Mark Andrews. Ronnie Stanley. This is the Baltimore Ravens. That is 321 Concord. And how about 320? Jersey number. I honestly thought the Panthers instantly. J.C. Horn wears 8 at corner. I think Trayvon Merrick's is 7. Is it, though? I mean, that was just a gut feeling I had. I'm going to rip it. Unless, could it be the Broncos? Patrick Surtain does wear number 2. I don't really know. I'm gonna go Panthers because my first thought, and it is the Carolina Panthers. Again, it's tough to remember where all these different players have gone, but I think that's got to be Trayvon Merrick, right? And it is. This has got to be J.C. Horn. Yeah, okay, we got it enough. And how about that was 320? Maybe 319 will be the last one. Okay, well, this is going to be too easy. I mean, they're all too easy. If you give me the colleges of every player, excluding quarterback, it's still going to be too easy. Tulane wide receiver, money, with 2 O's. It's Darnell Mooney, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts. We would, of course, be seeing, I guess, a quarterback from Washington by way of Indiana in Michael Penix, who is the new starter. Although I wonder if it would do Kirk Cousins. It probably wouldn't. We'll rip an Atlanta Falcons there. I do want to try and give you guys time to guess if you're playing at home, but I guess you can pause it. Yeah, I mean, we got this team fairly recently, to be honest, and we got him up again. How many Purdue running backs can you name? And how many can you name that transferred from Iowa? That was a receiver at Iowa. Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson, Malik Neighbors, Tyrone Tracy. This is the New York Giants. All right, I'll actually one more here. 317 will be the final, and it's draft pick, so it's a tough one. Good one to end on. 23rd pick. Is this just the Broncos again? Evan Ingram, Bo Nix. Is that a repeat? Okay, we can't end on 317. Give me 316. Well, I talked about this one already with the Utah State inside linebacker. It's just got to be the Commanders. Don't have to look at really anything else, although I see Quan Martin back there. Okay, we'll do one more. Okay. Today's hint, drafted by question mark team. I don't know what this is asking me. Drafted by question mark team. What? How do I do this? My first thought was, okay, it's going to show me who was drafted by the team and who wasn't, but there's probably a lot of crossover there. It's just highlighting the color for the different position. What is this? This is just question marks on a formation. Today's hint is drafted by question mark team. Oh, you can click it. I revealed the quarterback. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, which quarterback was drafted by the Rams? Jared Goff is a starter. My first thought is this is the Lions. I revealed the most important position first. I wish I didn't, but I didn't know how to do it. I'm sorry. I feel like I cheated you guys. I'll do actually one more. We do have the quarterback in this one. It's a USC quarterback, but with a Georgia running back. So the first USC quarterback that jumped to mind was Matt Barkley. No, it was Sam Darnold, but we wouldn't see a Georgia running back. But if we were the Chicago Bears, we might see a Maryland receiver, Mizzou receiver, Washington receiver. Caleb Williams, this is the Bear. I feel like we had a lot of repeat themes. I'm gonna do one more. I don't want a repeat theme. All right, draft pick to end on. Quarterback who is the 10th overall pick. A running back who went at 251. It's not the Vikings. Oh, I felt really strongly about that off the rip. I thought J.J. McCarthy, Aaron Jones, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison were all around here, but it's not. Jefferson was a little earlier than 28. I think Addison was a little bit earlier, but they were in the low 20s. And this was, I mean, it was not going to be the Vikings. But okay. It felt very good off the rip. But it's one we actually have to think about for a moment here. Which quarterbacks were the 10th pick in the draft? I start with the NFC East as always. Cowboys, no. Giants, no. Commanders, no. Eagles, no. AFC East. It's not the Jets. It is not the Bills. It's not the Dolphins. And it's not the Patriots. So we can totally ignore the East. Jumping over to the NFC North, we know it's not the Vikings, it's not the Bears, it's not the Lions, and it's not the Packers. We really only are looking at quarterback here. That's the way to do this. In the AFC North, it's not the Bengals. Who is the Browns starting quarterback? I guess they're saying Joe Flacco. Is this the Browns? No, it's not, because Jerry Jeudy was a higher pick, and Flacco, I think, was like, he was not the 10th pick. He was, I think, like, he was a little higher than that. I want to say like 8th, but am I thinking that because of 2008 draft? I don't know. But it's not the Browns. It's not the Ravens. It's not the Bengals. And it's not the Steelers, because Aaron Rodgers was not the 10th pick. So moving to the South now. AFC South. It's not the Bucks. It's not the Panthers. I'm sure this is exhilarating content, by the way. It is not the Saints, because it can't be Rattler or Shuck. And Panthers, Bucks, Falcons. Michael Penix was not the 10th pick, so it can't be the Falcons. AFC South can't be the Texans, Titans, Colts. Can't be any of them, or the Jaguars. So it's got to be a team on the West Coast. NFC West, could it be the Rams? No. Seattle? No. Cardinals? No. Oh my goodness. So many of these quarterbacks went way higher than 10. And Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks. Brock Purdy wasn't the 10th pick. He was like the 210th. No, he's 250 something. He was Mr. Irrelevant. So it's got to be an AFC West team. We know it's not the Raiders. Could it be the Broncos? Was Bo Nix the 10th pick? I mean, he's right around that. He might have been the 12th, right? Is that what we decided? So we can say it's not the Broncos. It's not the Raiders. Chargers. But it can't be the Chargers. So it's got to be the last team I haven't named, which is, what did I say? AFC West. Chargers, Broncos, Raiders, and Chiefs. It's the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes was the 10th pick. Xavier Worthy was the 28th pick. All right. Sometimes it's the last place you look. Good place to end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the different style of video. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.